right now to go pick up my kid. I know it's not safe to do videos of driving, but I got my eyes on the road. So I think I need everyone to spread the word of what I'm doing, whatever you can, because everyone's affected by this. Not just people in California, but eventually, on the nationwide level. These insurance companies are getting hit hard with these claims, and the banks are the ones. Not only are the homeowners going to be affected by this, but the banks are. What stops the banks from just not giving more loans out to California until the insurance crisis is fixed? What stops them? If that happens, that means you'll have a huge pause and a huge crash with real estate, and that can be stopped. My proposals will fix the insurance crisis in California. Like I said, one of the most important things we got to do, and I'll keep my eyes on the road so I don't get in a crash. I don't recommend anyone doing what I'm doing when it comes to these videos. So basically, I'm a licensed general contractor, certified home inspector. My dad's a contractor, so I started doing construction since I was in diapers. What happened in Lake County, I got blackballed by all the realtors in Lake County, or we'll say the majority of them, because I was being too thorough. So what I decided to do was do roof certifications. Because I'm a licensed contractor, I could do that. It's 2 or more unrelated trades. So that would happen. So what happened is these people would get their cancellation notices in Lake County, where I have the monopoly, and people get cancellation notices based on their roof conditions. A lot of them were fixed income. So I would do the roof certification to help the person keep their insurance, or have to agree with the California Fair Plan. So there's been multiple times where the appraiser would say the roof is fine and they didn't have a home inspection, and then the lender would approve the loan, and only to get canceled a few months later from the California Fair Plan. Based on roof conditions, because the California Fair Plan has satellites, or they have drone, or they also have people who use drones to do insurance inspections. So that means the lender's stuck with that. So that client that specifically happened to, that client is suing the appraiser. So what I proposed was, would lenders, would the California Fair Plan honor roof certifications for lenders while the home's in contract? Okay? So while the home's in contract. So that way the lender is not stuck with a possible foreclosure based on roof conditions, so the client can stay in their home. That's what has to happen immediately. I mean, they need to do that. They need to find a way to keep the flow of real estate going. So roof certifications by a licensed contractor or roofing contractor, but they also must not be able to perform the work for 12 months, so it doesn't create a conflict of interest. Because you have people that could be roofers and the roof shot just because they won't work. Okay, so we have to put a conflict of interest in there when it comes to a general contractor or a roofing contractor doing a home inspection or a roof inspection. We need to require, the state of California needs to require lenders to do home inspections or have home inspections performed, and also the state of California needs to regulate home inspectors. So that means the state of California needs to require home inspectors to have a license, get rigorous training, and go to school. With this being said, with these requirements, guess what happens? Jobs are created. So now we need more contractors, more plumbers, more roofers, more HVAC people, and these jobs cannot get replaced by AI. They can't. So that just changes everything. We also need to provide work visas for immigrants or anyone who's here illegally. That's not considered, well, I'm not the president, so I can't tell what to do. But I think we can offer work visas to anyone that wants to put labor work for, especially replacing roofs. So California needs to do a roof replacement program. And then what we should do, this is what I mentioned in Wallace Act 1, is give a loan out, almost like a second, and then have that go to the length of the shingle warranty. So like 20 years for the roof shingles, have it be a 20-year loan for a roof replacement program if you get canceled because of the roof conditions. So that way the roofs are replaced and you don't lose your home. So I have it detailed out in Wallace Act 1 about the roof replacement program. Wallace Act 2 would would push it. Basically, Wallace Act 2 pushes the idea of having all 30-year mortgages replaced with a 40-year mortgage, and then have the mortgage-backed insurance replace the California Fair Plan. So you switch to 40 years instead of 30 years, basically because your payment will be about the same. So same payment, but now you have you're insured with the mortgage company, the bank. So this would be for only high-risk fire zone locations, okay? Because that's what we're dealing with right now with the California Fair Plan. In return, they have to require home inspection reports, defensible space reports be submitted to the lender. Whoa, that's like an earthquake. Lender, the insurance companies, and then the state of California. The state of California would have to make a regulatory body or some type of board of directors or something that would oversee this. Whew. Okay. I'm keeping my eyes on the road. I know I'm probably gonna get a ticket for this, but my last video got a lot of views. So, anyways, like I said, my proposals will fix the insurance crisis, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not giving up at this. I don't care if anyone thinks I'm crazy. Yes, I have bipolar disorder, and yes, I'm taking my medications. Just want to make that clear because any normal person wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I know that. I accept I am who I am. I live with this disease or this disorder, I'm happy I found the right meds. I wasn't in a good frame of mind last year. I was an alcoholic. I quit drinking alcohol. I do marijuana gummies, in moderation. That helps keep me calm, helps me sleep, helps me also disconnect or detach myself from this type of stuff I'm doing right now too. Helps me go play with my kid. So honestly, I think marijuana should be legalized federally, but that's just my opinion. What else? Okay, so like I said, I got a hold of the White House, submitted my proposals to the White House. Never heard anything from Gavin Newsom all year and last year. So my proposals were written up last April, and I sent these out to every single member of Congress in California, the state assembly, all these people who I'm talking to before, I'm talking to now, I've already sent it to them before. All of them. Sorry, I was bumpy road. And then I got proof that Senator Mike McGuire, and it's on my website, on my homepage, or not my homepage, but my Insurance Reform Act section of Mike McGuire's letter, that he sent my insurance reform proposals to the Commissioner, Ricardo Laura. I honestly think that Ricardo Laura should resign, and I would love it if he were to testify if he ever got my proposals, if he ever actually looked at them, but that's out of my hands. That's up to the powers that be. But like I said, my insurance reform proposals will fix the crisis. Okay. And yes, I do believe in God. I do believe God has been guiding me in this. I'm just following the path that's ahead of me, and it's turning into positive light. California is broken. We need to fix it. I know my insurance proposals are the beginning of it. I have nothing against the President of the United States. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's our president. I don't have a problem with anyone who wants to work together to try to make a solution. It's just not the time for negative energy or blame. This is the time of connecting and working together to try to fix this crisis. And it's going to take all of us. We all have to work as one, as we're all living on this earth together. We all have to connect together and fix this crisis. Go to dustinwallace.com, please read it, spread the word. Thank you so much.